big one is going to be hustle and heart. So for Phoenix, how's the saying go? It's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. Well, that's kind of what you think when you see this team. They had every reason in the book not to play this season, but they did anyways. The other thing that they have to overcome is these dual athletes having other seasons at the same time. So for the Crater ladies, Coach Dissel, he said they're missing one of their key players tonight. That's Kate Stidham. She's actually at a national volleyball tournament this weekend. Not only is she one of their great assets on the team, but she's an emotional leader. One of the most interesting things to me is that we had a 4-month basketball season condensed to 6 weeks because of COVID, and luckily enough for all these teams, there have been 0 reported cases for any of the teams locally, which is a sigh of relief when you consider having to shift and postpone and move around seasons. I'm actually joined with 4-H member Jackson and then his sister Taylin, who isn't quite old enough to join the program yet, but they are our first early risers. Jackson, what goes into preparing for getting your pig ready?
Good morning, Tyler. I see you've managed to pull yourself away from the pigs, but, any bowls yet?
No bulls yet, John, and thank goodness. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be sitting in this bull chute right now. It would be a little dangerous. Welcome to News 10. Good morning. I'm Tyler Myerly. John McMahon is in the field. Happy Wednesday, everybody. And I'm Tyler Myerly. Happy Wednesday, everybody. June 23rd. Thanks for joining us. We'll have all your top stories in a minute. But first, to check in on your weather, Allie, apparently May Gray is just a Southern California term.
Yeah, but I like it. It's May Gray and June gloom.
Yes.
And it only happens in Southern California. But
a live look at me when it gets windy outside. Yep, that's
Tyler.
it. Good evening and welcome to Friday Night Fast Breaks. It's week 4 of the high school basketball season. Carmine is out this week and left some pretty big shoes to fill, but the show goes on. We'll just have to do it with less dad jokes in tonight's show because only Carmine can do those like Carmine does. The early just didn't quite finish the job, but let's show you some of those awesome plays from the night. Starting off late in the first, Taya flicks this out to Kate Stidham. Stidham clean swish for 3, then a 3 for the Panthers. This one late in the second, Logue out to Bella Stone, kept seeing those Panthers just dominate. Size pays off. Donovan Hunter drives down the court, gets 2 on a layup. And in the third quarter, still no quit. That's Hirsch in trouble. I don't even think she meant to bounce the ball that way, but that was Stidham with a quick shot and 2 for the Comets. South Medford girls take the win 74-34. And keep a perfect record. The Oregon Ducks are gearing up for the Fiesta Bowl this Saturday, where they take on number 10 Iowa State. Safe to say 2020 was a tough year for college football, specifically the Pac-12, where the season started weeks later than others. I had a chance to catch up with junior running back Travis Dye ahead of this weekend's matchup, where we discussed the impact COVID had on his 2020 season. And the Portland Trail Blazers open the playoffs this Saturday when they take on the Nuggets in Denver. Game 1 is at 7:30 p.m. in the best-of-7 series. Existing homes are flying off the market. New homes can't be built fast enough. Combined one of the worst pandemics this country has ever seen with a fire that took away roughly 2,600 homes in about 24 hours. And you've got the most confusing housing crisis Southern Oregon has ever seen. One ripple effect of the pandemic year that might not have been as obvious as others is an epidemic that has persisted for decades that's seeing a new spike. Now the Jackson County Sheriff's Office is taking part in combating the concerning rise in child exploitation cases that exist right here in the Rogue Valley. Cheerleaders in Riverside County are fighting against state COVID guidelines. They say they should be allowed to cheer on the field if other sports like football are resuming. This week, all high school spring sports are starting their seasons. It is the first time the spring athletes get to play in almost 2 full years because of COVID. I got reactions from local athletes and what schools and the OSAA are pushing for in this report.
Just looking forward to getting out there and competing again because I missed it last year.
Spring sports are finally getting the chance this week to start a season in almost 2 years, which means for some athletes like Naomi Richardson, who's a sophomore, this is their first time participating ever. One thing that the detectives and the DAs emphasize is that while the caseload has nearly tripled, the manpower to investigate it is still extremely limited. Their hope, however, is that this task force allows those cases to be prioritized and handled efficiently. While many cities have canceled their firework displays given scorching temperatures and dry conditions, a few have not.
Central Point 4th of July has always been a very big event for us. Our parade is beloved by all, and then the fireworks show that'll be at the expo at 10.
But many locals still have hesitations.
Fireworks? Are you crazy?
Living in the West for 13 years now and seeing the patterns of the fires, I just think it's crazy. We're just asking for trouble.
It's such a bummer because everybody is so looking forward to seeing them, but there is so much fire danger right now.
I really think it's not a good idea. I've lost 2 houses to wildfires, one in Paradise, and then I reinvested in talent in a cute house and lost that last year.
However, even with the doubt, event organizers like Klamath Freedom Foundation President Doug Brown are ensuring precautions have been taken.
This is something we've done for 7 years, so we're not rookies at what we do. One reason we bought on the fairgrounds is because we knew it was a safe spot to do our shoot from. Basically, it's dirt, gravel, and asphalt.
This year we took even more precautions by clearing the fallout area even more. So if you head down to the expo or you're walking along the path, you'll see that there are huge sections that have all been cleared.
NIKKI Peterson says now that the state has opened up, so many people are anxious to get out and enjoy the show. Both cities just ask that given the conditions, everyone does their own part.
I would ask anybody that's out there, please, if you're going to do fireworks and there's no way of talking you out of it, do them safely. Do them in a safe place.
Reporting in Southern Oregon, Tyler Myerly, News 10.